Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Kelsey. We're going to be focusing around the theme of immunity boosting today. So, when we think of immunity, it's our ability to fight off things that might be invading our system. So, in order to really do that effectively, we can work our body in the most optimal way and make sure that our systems are running and are appropriate and aren't overtaxing in one way or the other. So, within yoga, we can do this by finding some twists and kind of massaging out the organs as well as working around the glands to help our body to kind of move these systems through that might be a little bit more stagnant or stuck at times. So we'll be doing a lot of twisting and really working on twisting efficiently from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head to also encourage our periphery to increase also. So you're going to start in just a comfortable seat. You can let the legs stagger a little bit, and you can close your eyes for a couple initial moments. You can roll your shoulders around, and just let your body stand up and sit nice and tall. So allow the heart to rise. Feel the breath move in and out. Already noticing and sensing the lungs really breathing into their maximum capacity. Focusing on your breath and the vitality that can come from just that increased thought. And then maybe bring your awareness to the beat of your heart, whether you can hear it or sense it or not, knowing that it's pumping, that it's moving, that it's recycling everything within your system. And feel that energy from the lung space, from the heart space, start to radiate up and down the whole torso. The entire frame that houses all of our organs and our glands. Really working to just even out the efficiency, making sure that everything is primed to work just as it should. And take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And feel the inhale rise from the base of the spine, moving all the way up through the crown of the head. And the exhale from the crown of the head all the way down to the base of the spine. Find one more inhale and a full breath out. And then as you're ready, you can go ahead and blink open your eyes. You can rock your head from side to side, wiggle out your fingers. And we'll start by finding an initial twist here. So reach your arms out and up towards the sky. And then twist to your right side. Left hand goes around the outside of the right knee. And then really root down to the base of your hips as you rotate and move around that central axis through the body. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Reach your right arm up towards the sky and then start to side bend over, so creating more space for the right lung to lift up towards the sky. And then cross your right arm over to your left knee, curl and hug everything in, rounding and around the belly, finding that fold in of the spine. And then lift back up, opening arms out and reach them up towards the sky. This time twist to the left side, right hand to the outside of the knee. Once again, rooting down through the hips to lift and spiral up, feeling that reach go out the crown of the head. And then your left arm will lift up by your ear, start to side bend over, reaching open the left lung slightly more, giving some more room to breathe. And then cross your left hand over to your right knee. Once again, curl in, round, giving the low back a little bit of a release, as well as kind of enclosing all of our organ and gland system. And then lift up and open, once again, reaching towards the sky. Hands come together to the center of the heart, and then you will position yourself towards a tabletop position. So come to your hands and knees, making any adjustments you might need to, so that shoulders can really work right above the wrists and the hips right above the knees. And then start to drop the belly down, lift the shoulders and the hip points up, and then curl and round, wrapping everything back in. Just find a few natural waves here, starting to mobilize the spine in this open and closed pattern. As we work our twisting, we want to spiral around more, but the more efficient we can be in moving the spine, the healthier everything can be from that space. And then find just your neutral tabletop position. We're going to work really to find that rotation of a twist so that we stay within our frame as we do so. So start to work your left palm right underneath your head, so more so to the center of your mat. And then bring your right hand to your sacrum and reach the crown of your head forward and the sacrum back. So finding that long line and even kind of dig the heel of your hand into the sacrum to help find that length. And then start to lift your right shoulder up towards the sky. Right elbow reaches up as the left arm supports it. And then keep reaching the tailbone back and the head forward. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take a full breath in here. The exhale, the right arm will go underneath the left armpit just to a hover holding here. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, hold and hover. One more time, inhale, lift up and open, and then you'll hover it underneath, hold, and then place the shoulder down, the side of the head down. Left hand can stay, can also reach forward to help to move the left shoulder on top of the right shoulder a little bit more. Adding in that twist here, tailbone's reaching up, crown of the head is reaching out. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring your left hand back in front of the face. Reach your right arm back up towards the sky, and then release your right hand down to the earth. Drop your belly, lift shoulders and hips, cow pose. Curl and round, tuck the chin into the chest. And then come back to neutral, and we'll find that twist, that same idea of a twist on the second side. So right palm right underneath your head, making sure it's stable in between the shoulders. And then your left hand will go to the sacrum. Crown of the head forward, sacrum back, and even work the heel in towards that little ridge in your back to feel the length and the reach. And try to stay right on that axis line as the left shoulder and the left elbow lift up as you start to roll around. And then reach your left arm up towards the sky, rooting down through the right hand, reaching up through the left, but still reach from the tailbone and from the crown of the head. Take a full breath in. Left arm goes underneath just to a hover. Inhale, lift back up and open. Hover it once again, left elbow goes under. One more time, lift up. Left arm goes under, hold and hover, and then rest your shoulder and left side of the face down to the earth. Right arm can stay in front of the head or can reach forward to help to roll the right shoulder on top of the left a little bit more to really work this twist. Tailbone still up, crown of the head is still sloping out. Full breath in and a full breath out. Right hand goes back underneath the head. Reach your left arm back up towards the sky and then release your left hand down. Find one more round of cow and cat pose. Settle into your neutral. Start to crawl your hands a little bit further forward. Tuck the toes under, plank pose. Heels high, shoulders over wrists, and then fold yourself back, downward facing dog. Sway and move a little bit side to side here. Sway the hips. Armpits are still hugging in towards the heart. And then heels stay high, knees stay bent as the tailbone lifts. And find the slope here of the tailbone back, crown of the head forward, finding the length and the reach of this extension out. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, bend your knee, stack your hip, roll around in a few circles, and then switch the second direction. And then settle through the right leg, reach the right foot back, look forward, deep breath in. Right knee, left tricep, twist under the belly as you bring the thigh across. Reach your right leg back up. 2 more times, right knee, left tricep, and then lift back up. 1 more time, right knee, left tricep, hold here, and then place your right foot forward in between your hands, finding your lunge. And you can be up on fingertips here. Tailbone back, heart forward, and then bring your left palm down right to the inside of your right foot. Right hand up to the low back. Feel the crown of the head reach forward, the tailbone work back, and then start to roll your right shoulder up, finding this twist in a little higher of a position here from the table. And then right arm reaches all the way up. Keep reaching the left heel long. Work to rotate along that central line of the body, not opening out to one side or the other, but still reaching the crown of the head towards that space out in front. Bring your right bicep by your ear. Drop your right hand to the inside of your foot. Heel to the right foot out to the edge of your mat. Now in a lizard lunge. So from this lizard, you can always drop your back knee if you want to. Otherwise, you can keep it lifted and start to straighten and bend your right leg. You could always use some blocks underneath your fingertips or palms here for some added height. Otherwise, just doing what you can in your space and with everything that you have. And then stay in your lunge. Reach your heart forward. Lift up the back knee if you dropped it down, and then bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Work into a little malasana here. So you can stay on fingertips and sway your hips from side to side, working around the hip joint once again as you find the rotation and a little bit more mobility. And then pause in your center point. Tailbone down, head up. So finding still that long, long reach of the body. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then you'll drop your hips down to the earth. You can always bring your fingertips back in line to give you a little bit more support. And then windshield wiper your legs from side to side, finding a couple movements to release the low back. And then bring your knees off to the right side and drop both knees down to the earth so the left knee is right by the sole of the right foot. Lift your left arm up and wrap your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. You can stay up on hands here for this twisted deer shape or come down to your forearms. Still reach the hips back and the head out, finding this diagonal, but finding still the reach from the pelvis all the way up through the crown of the head to find your rotation, finding the belly slightly compressed on your right thigh. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead and crawl your hands back in, lifting back up. Unwind towards your center point. And then you can bring your hips a little bit further back so you have some more room. Legs come together, shins lift up, find a boat pose. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up, reach the fingertips forward. Go ahead and lower to a low boat, belly down. Lift back up, high boat, and then you can rock and roll back or place your feet down, meet in a chair pose. Heels go down, hips stay nice and low as the head and the spine lift up nice and tall. Once you're here in your chair, take a full breath in, belly to thighs, breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, belly to thighs, let it go. One more time, inhale, lift up. Belly to thighs, fingertips reach back, finding the release of the belly onto the legs, and then fold yourself down, legs lengthen slightly as the head reaches down to the earth. Lift up halfway, step your right foot back to a lunge, find a downward facing dog, left foot goes back. Move out a little bit more here if you'd like to. And then you'll move forward to your plank pose. You can drop your knees or lower all in a straight line coming to the belly. Lift up to your fingertips. You can widen them away this first time as you lift and lower a little bit, moving, releasing some tension, finding some gentle movements in the shoulders to allow the spine to really eventually twist more efficiently. And then find a child's pose, hands next to shoulders, knees can come a little bit wider, forehead rests down to the mat. Just letting the hips release, the forehead relax. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Work back up to your tabletop, hands and knees. Maybe a couple more rounds of a cat-cow, moving in and out. And then you'll come back to a table, hands forward, toes back, plank pose, navel draws up, finding that long line of energy here, and then just fold it back, downward facing dog. Swaying the hips a little bit, rocking the head a little bit, finding movement, finding vitality. And then hold with the heels and the tailbone high. Keep the knees bent and feel the length of the spine and the length through the legs, moving everything up and everything down. And then reach your left foot up towards the sky, bend your knee, stack your hip, couple movements in one direction. And then switch to the second direction. Lengthen your left leg back out. Left knee, right tricep, twist. Reach it back up behind you. Left knee, right tricep, twist. And then lengthen and reach. One more time, left knee, right tricep, hold. And then place your left foot forward in between your hands. So you're going to stay in this lunge position. Right knee is lifted. Left knee is right above the ankle in line with the hips. And then your right hand is going to go down towards more the center of your mat. So thumb might be right to the inside edge of the left foot. Left hand comes to the low back. Feel the long reach of the tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Stay on that line. Keep looking forward as you start to lift the left elbow, left shoulder up. And then your left arm can extend all the way up towards the sky. Right heel is reaching back, crown of the head is reaching forward. Find the length to then rotate and revolve. Left bicep by the ear, bring your hand down to the inside of your foot, heel to the left foot out to the wide edge. You can be on fingertips or bring blocks in. Right knee could always drop down. Start to straighten and bend the left leg, moving in and out right here. And then staying forward in your lunge the next time you're there. You'll then bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand, come towards a malasana. So you can always stay moving and swaying, finding release. And then go ahead and settle in your more neutral malasana, tailbone back, crown of the head up. And then have the elbows to the insides of the thighs, but then also the thighs are hugging in towards the arms, finding the reach and length and height. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring your hips down to the earth. Fingertips can be tented behind you. Your heels can walk a little bit further forward. Couple windshield wipers to start side to side. Keep the mobility, keep the movement, keep everything kind of pumping and moving around. And then drop everything off to the left side. Knees to the earth. Right knee is to the sole of the left foot. Right arm lifts up to bring your elbow across. And you can always stay a little bit higher here as you twist or work the forearms down, bringing the belly on top of your left thigh. Reach the hips down as you rotate and extend through the length of the spine, even as you're finding that twist and that slight compression of the belly on the left thigh. Take one more breath in this twisted deer type shape and a full breath out. Start to crawl your hands back in towards the left leg. Bring yourself back towards center, and then you can scoot your butt back a little bit, knowing that you'll have the chance to roll back if you want. Having the knees together, shins up parallel to the earth, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up. Boat pose, extending the fingertips out. And then lower down, heels and shoulders hover. Lift yourself back up, and then you can rock back, rock up, meeting in a chair pose, heels to the earth as the heart and head lift up towards the sky. Take a full breath in, soak everything up, and then belly to thighs, rush it out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, flush it out. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, belly to thighs. Hold here, head forward, fingers, tailbone back. Full breath in. And then dive, hands down to the earth. Lengthen out the legs a little bit, but keep the belly onto the thighs. Lift up halfway. Left foot steps back to your lunge. Downward facing dog. Right foot goes back. Move around here a little bit if needed. And then you'll come forward to a plank pose. You can drop your knees if you'd like to, or one straight line all the way down through chaturanga to your belly. Maybe here the thumbs stay nice and close to the rib cage. Elbows hug in. Cobra. Drop the belly down. Child's pose, hips to heels. Forehead rests on the earth. A couple nice deep breaths in and out. And then start to come back up towards your table. Maybe just a couple more cat-cows, finding the reach. You can turn the fingertips around to open the collarbones, giving the lungs more space to breathe. And then come to neutral palms, come to a plank pose, and then come to a downward facing dog. From here, take one full breath in and a full breath out. Look forward to your thumbs, tiptoe your feet up to the top of your mat, finding your ragdoll. So this time measure 2 fists in between your feet, grab onto opposite elbows, hang down here, rolling from side to side, front to back a little bit, finding some release, some movement, allowing the belly to be rested right on the thighs. And then release the fingertips down to the earth, lift up halfway, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, find that long line, and then fold yourself down to the earth. Root down into your feet, slowly rise, lifting all the way out and up with the arms. Palms come together to the center of your heart. Close your eyes and take a full deep breath in here and a full deep breath out. And then we'll find a Surya salutation. So go ahead and blink your eyes open, building a little bit more heat and vitality through the body. On your breath in, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, belly to thighs, hinge down to the earth. Right foot steps back to your lunge, and then downward facing dog. Left foot goes back. Plank pose, breath in. Chaturanga or belly, breath out. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Down dog, tailbone reaches back up towards the sky. Reach your right leg up towards the ceiling, knee to the belly, step your foot forward. Left foot meets halfway lift, and then fold and release down to the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, and then fold right back down, hinging at the hips. Step your left foot back to a lunge, down dog, right foot goes back. Plank pose, breath in. Chaturanga or belly, up dog or cobra, down dog, tailbone high. Reach your left leg up. Step your left foot forward in between your hands, right foot meet halfway lift, and fold yourself down to the earth. Inhale, rise, open up towards the sky, hold here and sink into your Utkatasana, tailbone down as the crown of the head reaches forward, finding this length and reach. And from here, bring your right hand to your low back, to your sacrum, and reach your left arm straight forward. Try to keep the reach of the spine nice and long as you start to rotate right shoulder back as the left arm stays forward, finding that lift, that extension, and then wrap your left elbow across your right thigh. Bring hand to hand, tailbone back, head forward. Stay in your long line as you rotate up and look higher up towards the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale up through center, holding here, and then bring your left hand to the sacrum. Reach your right arm out in front of you. Feel the tailbone down, the head up. Stay on that line as you rotate off to the left side, and then work the left shoulder back as the right shoulder works forward. From here, dive the right elbow around the left thigh, connect palms, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, find the reach as you find the rotation and look up towards the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift up towards the sky, open the lungs, exhale, belly to thighs, pump it down. Inhale, lift up, belly to thighs, release. One more time, inhale, lift, exhale, belly to thighs, hold here. This time, lift your heels, lengthen your legs, reach the heart forward and out as the tailbone and the heels lift high and up. Take one more full breath in and fold hands and heels all the way to the earth. Lift up halfway. Find your vinyasa, your step back to a downward facing dog. And give yourself a couple of breaths as you arrive in your down dog or as you work to arrive there, finding full inhales and full exhales. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip, and just find the reach and opening of the right side. Try to keep the opening of the right side of the body as you then bring your right knee towards the left tricep, twist under. Good. Reach your right leg back up. Right knee, left tricep, twist under, and extend it back up. One more time, right knee, left tricep, this time fallen triangle. Kick the right foot over to the side, reach your left arm up, and then root down through the feet to then extend and open through the left side of the body and add a little bit more bend into the left side. Take one more full breath in, left hand down to the earth, right foot steps in between the palms, finding your lunge. From here, left hand down to the inside edge of the foot. Bring your right hand to the sacrum, finding that revolve, that twist. Keep looking forward as you lift and open the right arm up towards the sky. Finding the reach, the length, tailbone back, head forward, feeling your left shoulder down towards the earth as the right shoulder lifts up, finding the stack a little bit more. Bring your right bicep by the ear, find a wide-legged fold, hands to the earth as you parallel through the feet. Lift up halfway. Spin the heels in slightly and then start to sway your hips from one side to the next, working from Skandasana to Skandasana. A little bit more movement in the hips, more strength and stability. And then pause yourself in center. Parallel off the feet. Keep the knees bent as you fold down and release your head towards the earth. Lift up halfway. Heels come in a little bit, bend your knees a little bit. Engage your belly, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, hands to your hips. Feeling the reach of the spine, feeling the strength of the belly, of the thighs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Root down into your feet, rise up and open through the lungs. And then bend into your right knee, warrior two, settling into your right thigh. And then move in and move out, feeling the breath, the blood really pump through the body, working to recharge, to rejuvenate, and to kind of work around all of the pieces that might feel a little bit more stagnant in your body. And then as you're ready to settle, stay in your warrior two, really deepening your right thigh. Extend open through the arms and feeling the breath really fill up the whole torso, expanding and then contracting out. Flip your right palm, peaceful warrior, lift up, lean back, side angle, right elbow to thigh, left arm reaches up, goes by the ear, and find that sense of a twist of the right lung moving forward and the left lung lifting back while staying nice and stacked right over your right shin. Hold here, full breath in and a full breath out. Peaceful warrior, lift up and lean back. Vinyasa as you're ready, palms down. You can always step straight back to a down dog or flow and breathe your way through. And then hold here, full breath in and a full breath out. Reach your left leg up towards the sky, bend your knee, stack your hip, finding the space and extension through the left lung. Full breath in, left knee, right tricep, breathe out. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. One more time, lift up. Left knee, right tricep, hold, and then kick the leg through. Roll the right heel down. Press into your feet as you lift up, and then reach your right arm forward, pelvis towards the sky, right side of the body open more. One more full breath in. Right hand to the earth. Step your left foot forward in between your hands, staying in this low lunge shape. Right hand down to the inside of your left arch, left hand to your low back. Tailbone back, head forward. Start to rotate and revolve up towards the sky. Reach your left arm up once again. Find the length of the spine and feel like you're rotating along that straight line. Full breath in and a full breath out. Left bicep by the ear. Start to bring your hands down. Wide-legged fold for a moment. And then lifting up halfway, heels in. Sway your hips from one side to the next. And then go ahead and settle in your wide-legged fold. Legs can parallel a little bit more. Knees bending, head reaching down to the earth. And then lift up halfway, engage the belly, bend the knees a little bit, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, hands to your hips. Find the reach of the spine long, supporting it with the strength of the core. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Root down into your feet, lift up, flying warrior, and then bend into your left knee, repositioning for warrior 2. And then start to move in and move out of the body, finding some more space, some more fluidity, finding all of that connection, that pumping to move everything through as efficiently as possible. And then settling into your left knee, holding here in a warrior, extending the arms nice and long. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Flip your left palm up, peaceful warrior, side angle, elbow down to the earth, tailbone back, head forward, and find that slight sense of a rotation here so that the left shoulder can be right below the right shoulder, extending the right arm next to the ear. Full breath in and a full breath out. Peaceful warrior, lift up, lean back. Vinyasa as you're ready, or choose to stay in a downward facing dog. Meeting and holding with the hips back up towards the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's go through that one more time. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, stack your hip, hold here, find space on the right side. Right knee, left tricep, hold, and then kick your leg out. Maybe resting the foot back on the earth, maybe starting to hover the inner thigh, working the strength right there. Left arm next to the ear, and then hand to the earth, lunge, right foot forward in between the hands. Left hand down to the earth, right hand starts on your sacrum. Feel the length and the reach. Start to spin around that central line, and then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Start to lighten your left fingertips, coming all the way up to revolved crescent lunge. Staying on that central line, tailbone down, reaching the head up and around as you gaze a little bit more over your right thumb. Full breath in and a full breath out. Flying warrior, untwist, unwind, flush everything open, wide-legged fold, parallel the feet as everything comes down to the earth. And then from your wide-legged fold this time, lift up halfway. Left hand underneath your head, right hand starts on your tailbone, on your sacrum. Start to revolve and open, staying on that nice long line. Reach your right arm up. You can stay right here, or you can bring your right forearm behind your back, and you can start to walk your right hand to your left hand to your right ankle as you reach the tailbone up, as you slope and revolved the body down. Full breath in and a full breath out. Bring your right hand up and bring your right arm around, grabbing onto your shins, crossing your arms, folding in and connecting together. Take one more breath in and a breath out. Release your arms, bend your knees a little bit, tailbone back, head forward, belly engages, hands to thighs. Flying warrior, rise up and reach. Warrior 2, facing the front of the room. Peaceful warrior, reach up. Side angle, elbow to thigh, left arm nice and long, working to rotate and revolve around, right shoulder is stacking under the left. Full breath in and a full breath out. Peaceful warrior, lift up, lean back, and then bring your hands down to the space at the top of your mat for a standing splits. Lift the left leg up as you fold in. And be a little buoyant here. Lift up halfway. We're really just using this as a transition to bring your left knee to your right calf, twist in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, right calf. One more time, extend. Left knee, right calf, and then slide the knee all the way down to find your seated shape, crossing your legs, right knee over, left knee under. And we're going to find a twist here. Arms reach up as you twist left elbow over. Root from the hips all the way up to the crown of the head. And you are welcome to stay right here. If you want to start to work into your Ekapada Kundalini A, You can start to bring your hands off to the space to the outside of your mat and then lift your hips up. Right thigh works to rest on one or both triceps. Head forward, tailbone back, and the legs reach nice and long one side to the next. And then crossing your legs back, working back to seated. Maybe you never moved. Finding one more breath in here and one more breath out. Untwist and tent your hands over to the left side, folding and releasing down. Untwist to center. Uncross your legs. Find a boat pose. Engage the belly. Reach the lungs and the heart up. Low boat once. Lift back up. You can cross your legs here. Roll over. Vinyasa. Full breath in and a full breath out. Left leg up. Bend your knee. Stack your hip. Open that long line along the left side. Left knee, right tricep just once. Kick the leg through, fallen triangle. Maybe you start to hover the left foot up off the earth. Finding the long reach to the right side, and then lunge your foot forward in between the hands. Bring your right hand down to the center of your mat, left hand to the low back, tailbone back, head forward. Start to rotate and lift up, and then your left arm will reach up towards the sky. Start to lighten the weight onto your right hand to lift up to your revolved crescent lunge, starting to rotate and revolve and look over towards the left thumb a little bit more. Full breath in and a full breath out. Flying warrior, rise, heels in, arms up, and then parallel stance through the feet as you fold yourself down to the earth. And we'll add a twist in here so you'll lift up halfway. Right hand underneath the head. Left hand starts at the low back. Find the long line and start to revolve and rotate up. Bringing your gaze up. Left arm extends up. You can stay right here. Left hand can go behind the back. Right hand can go over to your left ankle as you fold and release your belly down a little bit more. Full breath in and a full breath out. And then you can release yourself down, coming back to your wide-legged fold, and then bend your knees a little bit, hands to hips, belly engages, rise up, flying warrior, warrior two, face the front of the room. Peaceful warrior, flip your left hand up. Side angle, elbow to thigh as your right arm extends nice and long. And then lift up and back, peaceful warrior. Hands down to the earth, standing splits. Right leg reaches up towards the sky. Just using this as a transition, so giving any sort of mobility here you need. Eventually lift up halfway, right knee, left calf. Inhale, extend, right knee, left calf. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the calf, and then slide all the way down, right knee to the outside of your left ankle as you sit down into this cross-legged seat. Root the hips down, lift the arms up, and then twist right elbow around, rooting from the hips, lifting and revolving up and over. And you can choose to stay right here. If you want to work into your Akapada shape, hips will lift up so the arms can rest out. Thigh can rest on both triceps or maybe just the right tricep, finding your Akapada arm balance. And then you can cross your legs, come back. Maybe you're still here. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. Untwist, counter to that fold to the right. Come back up to center, unwind your legs, bring the inner thighs together. Boat pose one final time. Lower down, low boat. Lift back up, high boat. Cross your ankles, one final vinyasa. Move and meet back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full releasing breath out. And then lift up to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, hopper step, malasana, top of your mat. Heels down, head up, inner thighs coming in towards the elbows, finding the lift and reach. Full breath in and a full breath out. Bring your hips back down to the earth. Find your windshield wiper, fingertips behind, knees sway one side to the next. And then you're going to move the knees both off to the right side. Drop your left knee down to the inside of your right foot. Left arm up to come down to your twisted deer type shape. So this is a shape that we typically see or find in a yin class, but here being a little bit more energized, being more lifted, so that the twist is really finding a complete rotation from the hips all the way up to the crown of the head. So finding the length, the extension, but also finding that revolve while giving yourself the ability to breathe right here. There might be a slight compression of the belly onto the thighs, bringing in any sort of compression. Then once you take that away, so whenever you untwist or release, then it allows new blood, new energy to flush through. So giving yourself this time to pause, to keep breathing. And just find one more breath in and a full breath out. Crawl your hands back in towards the right thigh. Untwist towards your center point. Windshield wiper a couple times. And then you'll move your knees off to the left side. Right knee to the inside of the left sole of the foot. Right arm up to cross up and over. Forearms can work down and you can start to reach out. And this shape really is our Ekapada arm balance as a released shape or as a supported restorative shape, because our elbows are pretty close to the thigh as you're finding the rotation. So finding the ability to breathe and to control everything here might one day translate into being able to breathe as you're just on the palms of the hands. So allowing the twist to have that same wringing out effect, massaging the organs, the glands, to, in a way, scrub things clean. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Walk your hands back in towards the thigh. Bring your hands behind you. A couple final windshield wipers. And then go ahead and rest your feet down on the earth. Walk your heels in a little bit. Bring your fingertips, point them towards the hips. Root down into your hands, into your feet. Reverse table, hips up, belly up, head rest down. Take one more full breath in, and then hips release to the earth. Legs extend out nice and long in front of you, and you can windshield wiper them here a little bit if you need to before extending them out. Toes come back towards the shins. Bend your knees a little bit so you're really rooting down through the base of the hips, reaching out through the crown of the head, finding that length, that reach the arms, and then start to fold with length. So eventually you'll lose the length and find more of a fold, and that's fine. But starting out with that same energetic thought, whether we're twisting, whether we're folding, whether we're back bending, finding that long line of energy through the spine and working to navigate everything there. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. And then you can go ahead and release your feet. Roll up, and then you can make your way down onto your backs for a few final moments in a Shavasana. Allowing the arms to rest down, the legs to rest out. Giving yourself, your body, this chance to recharge and rejuvenate, to have hopefully helped kind of flush some things through to help our vitality, our immunity, giving us that boost, that fight that we might need. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. And thank you for joining me for this practice. Stay in Shavasana for however long you might like. But namaste.